Thought I saw her. Oh, there she is.
I tried to take her hand.
Dude, that is significant what happened. Jackie got herself into the... See, Jackie Holman got herself into the delegate room. Pretty slick. Yeah, there's not a lot of security over there right now, is there? He committed assault. That is technically assault. I'm not going to really press him on that, but... That's what happened. The number is still 12%, it looks like, a little below where it needs to be. There's Betsy.
A little bit of political equity there getting you ahead of time. What did Norwich do? What did you guys vote for? All the way 5.
That was something else. Hey, how are you?
Brother.
Hi, I'm Jason.
I met you before. Jason Douglas.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We talked online a few times. Brandon Sabag, we've
we've gone back and forth a little bit. Yeah, that's cool.
About whatever,
yeah,
right?
it is what it
I
is.
love that you're out there, like
trying to make it happen as best we can. You know, we just want common sense. That's what you know.
Absolutely, like
we can disagree about the little common sense things in the middle, but it's the general stuff.
Where are you from?
I'm from Vernon. I grew up in Vernon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Home of the Vernon. So that'd be home of the Cosmic. Oh no, that's Manchester.
No, it's Manchester.
Shady Glen.
The Rockville Rams, state champions, 1992.
You got Ryan's Deli.
Ryan's Deli.
See, I'm always thinking the food spot.
Ryan's Deli's good.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yep. Yeah, the old Ryan's Deli, as I remember.
Why did they
burned down? They redid it across the street.
How long ago did?
Oh, this is back in the 90s.
Okay.
So you have that old Mexican-style building there right on the highway?
See, I only know the
new one.
I guess.
Yeah.
So 20 years ago.
I'm older. I'm an older dude. So
I'm 39.
Okay, yeah, I moved to Vernon in '74.
Wow. Okay.
As a kid. Yeah.
Wow.
So I live in Coventry now.
That's cool. So you're involved with your RTC or anything? Or?
I'm going to join the Coventry RTC.
Good.
Right now, I'm doing it from a media standpoint.
Right.
You know, and
That's
just
cool.
trying to make people aware. And
Absolutely, man.
but I think I am going to join the Coventry RTC.
That's great, man.
Thought about running against Larson, but I just couldn't get enough support.
Larson.
To me, like, if you're going to beat a guy like Larson, you got to start
Which one
like
was that? The Congress
John
one?
Larson, first district.
Oh, you're going to start in Congress?
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
You're going big to start.
Why not? You know, I got the gift of gab.
There you go.
And I'm genuine politics is what matters now.
Right.
These like Aaron tried to do it on platitudes or whatever. It's just not going to work, man. You know, it's just how it is. The social media has changed all that.
Yeah.
You got to do that 1 hour interview now. You can't just go up and do one-liners anymore. You know, that's where it's at. So I don't think a lot of politicians have caught on to that yet. So, which is opportunity. Yeah, you should follow the People's Lobby. He's got a good thing going too. Joshua's got a good thing going with that. Ben, I'm still on live now. You know, technically that was assault, you know. Just so you know. I'm not that kind of guy, you know.
You're not John Flynn.
I know I'm not John Flynn, right. No, I don't want to be John Flynn, that's for sure. But, you know,
You could do Whiting.
it's no big deal. We all have our emotions and we all want our privacy. So it's all cool.
Yep.
You know?
Tell me when you want me to come on.
I will.
I
can reach you.
Yeah.
All right.
Just, I'll come on.
It'd be great. You know, because we know that stuff's been said, so we want to hear your side of it too, right? I mean, that's how it goes. That's how we get to, you know.
Stuff gets said, Jason.
Stuff gets said. It does. There's no doubt.
So,
You know, it's a cruel world. Would you agree though that? Let me ask you this question fundamentally. You know how the Democrats are Marxists, right? The way they behave, they've gone so far left, right? And they're not above anything, right? So would they not be above planting moles into our party? To try to like schmooze with us and like, I'm not saying that's you. I'm just saying that, you know, I know people say that, but we don't know. And so do you acknowledge the possibility of that we should be aware of that?
sure, I would.
Because they do that stuff, you know?
And if you're going to say that, then you have to think the other side of that we would do the same thing.
That we might. But we tend to want to play by the rules a little bit more as Republicans. We want to be a little more about the rule of law, about doing the right thing. So we're less inclined to send I call them Dinos versus Rhino, right? Like, and I've always said, maybe we should have a few more Dinos. Maybe we should like go, you know, because Lord knows it's hard to get elected in a place like New Haven as a Republican anyway, right? So maybe we could have some more fruitful conversations, you know? I think that makes sense, you know? Even if we don't agree on everything, it certainly makes sense to talk it out, you know? So.
Look, I don't. I don't do social media.
Right.
Because I look at it, for me, it's noise.
You know, I never did either until 2024. I had nothing to do with it.
It's just noise to me.
Yeah.
It just gets in the way of stuff.
Well, the extremes are allowed to have a bigger stage on social media. There's no doubt about that. On both sides, that's no good. So.
And so it's, at the end of the day.
Gino, how you doing, my friend?
Look, at the end of the day, I have people do that. They don't understand what the job is. Because my job is to run elections.
Isn't that part of it, though? I mean,
well, it's the candidate's
facilitate.
It's the candidate's job to win the election.
Sure.
Nobody's voting for the chairman.
Right. Well, that's for sure.
Ryan Fazio or Betsy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
It's my job to facilitate their campaigns, to have a better campaign for them, provide them infrastructure, provide them assistance, have their backs. So a lot of it is when we get past the primaries or any of this, it's like I become the attack guy. So the candidate doesn't have to. He or she can stay on the positive side. True. And I can do all the attacking, and I've done that. I've had a lot of fun doing that, actually.
Yeah, there's actually plenty of room for that nowadays, too, with all this woke crap and everything going on. So,
but
I mean, you and I agree, on the fundamentals, I think. Okay, hey, yeah.
We're in the fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the other side of it is, raising money. And what everybody forgets about the party, and I've actually said this at the legislature when Nancy DiNardo and I testified together at the legislature to raise the limits for us.
Yeah.
I said, you do understand that we run a 365-day-a-year business.
It's become that.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And I said to them, we pay property taxes. The chairman of the committee looked at me and goes, what do you mean you pay property taxes? I said, we're a business.
Yeah.
I get a property tax bill from the city of Middletown.
Yeah, of course.
I said, one of the reasons we left Hartford years ago was our property taxes
were so high.
So high.
Yeah.
And he just looked at me.
Yeah, you're technically just a private corporation, really.
We're a non-stock corporation.
Right.
I said, I have payroll. I have payroll taxes. I have rent. I have utility bills. Mm-hmm. I said, I've got, property taxes. I said, we have all the same costs of any other business, except I don't have a product I can go sell and change price structure.
Right.
We literally rely, as we heard in Gone with the Wind, I say this, we rely on the kindness of strangers.
Right. So let me ask you a real quick question. This is John DeBarros, right?
Yep.
This guy, even like him or not, he's doing things outside the normal, right?
Yep.
But he's got support from the inner cities and the countries, men, women, black, white, a lot of grassroots support. Yet, Trichet's up against him. Wouldn't it make sense, at least as a litmus test, to really stand behind John, see what he can do, even if he's not doing things the way we always would think. He's a little abrasive sometimes, but nothing else is working, right? So why not just go right behind him?
And again, you have to look at the particular race.
Sure.
And what congressional races are really about two things: money and poll numbers.
Sure.
And it's unfortunate that's what it is.
Ultimately, the vote.
But the way you get the vote is by being able to communicate with 300,000 people over a relatively short period of time.
Sure.
Against a entrenched incumbency, whether they're Democrat or Republican. The incumbency factor in Congress is outrageous.
Oh, it is. It's ridiculous.
Right?
So.
Because they're raising money every day for 2 years, where challengers are raising money in a short period
They're up
of time,
against it.
And they're up against it. And so when you look at congressional races, if you don't have the NRCC, if you don't have CLF, if you don't have the RNC in with the supporting and putting large sums of money into the race, it becomes very, very difficult. And, look, I think Jonathan has a lot of ability.
He's getting through to voters, If you got to go, I understand. He's getting through to voters. That's the thing, For sure. I know it's a social media thing, but his momentum's huge. I just feel like the party should be 100% behind him,
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought.
But, and again, you get into the convention system, and delegates begin to look at, who can raise the money, who can, be out there, who can get Washington engaged.
Sure.
On the congressional
We need
side.
that.
The state side is very different with public finance. 15, 4, 13, we're under 1050.
Yeah, you don't want it to go over, right? Not like the last election.
So we got that good. So, yeah. But I'm more than happy to come on the podcast anytime.
We'll do that. We'll make that arrangement. I can make that happen. Okay, that's great. It's great talking with you.
Where do you work out? Where do you do it out of?
Well, we do it on the road most of the time. Or Manchester or whatever,
I
yeah.
don't know if you have like a
No studio. Yeah, we're working on that, but we'll get there. All right, well, it's good talking with you, Ben.
And I apologize, but I just... I really don't like private conversations. And
I get it.
And I'm not saying you were, but
Yeah.
I had that happen.
That wasn't intentional. I'm just kind of covering the whole event here.
So we're good.
Yeah. All right.
Call me. I'm happy to come do it.
All right, Ben. All right, then. Thank you.